Who are you gonna call? Hello, Ghostbusters.
Got your stick? Oh! Beat him up! Bring him hard! Ready! Let's show this prehistoric how we do things downtown.
So ever since I got back from Sci-Fi Bartow, I had seen some really awesome Ghostbusters stuff. I mean, these guys had come all out. I honestly, to my own embarrassment, did not know that Hasbro had come out with a whole plasma pack and everything. So I already had Spengler's, plasma wand. And they came out with a brand new one that I went ahead and got just so that I would have it in inventory. But in addition to that, which you want to keep an eye on RB's Toy Box, because I also got the Spirit Halloween Proton pack that everybody online for the last few years have been jazzing up their own way, or trying to make it more movie accurate with different things you can get, 3D printing and stuff like that. So while we're doing this open box today for the new wand that Hasbro put out that goes with the back, the Proton pack that apparently you can't get unless you go on eBay and spend $1,000 right now. I'm really hoping that Hasbro comes out and offers it like they do with this one, where you can just add to cart and get it somewhere around what their original asking price was, which was $400 to $700, depending on which level kit that you got. I don't know if they will. I haven't really followed Hasbro that much in the past. Now that I know they exist and what they're doing, you can definitely know that I'm going to be keeping an eye on that. But like I said, I don't do a lot of open box. A lot of people are doing open boxes, so I figured I'd do one too. But let me go ahead and just crack open the outer box here. And when this came from Hasbro, not from eBay, by the way, it was actually cheaper. Just like with Playmobil, if you go straight to the manufacturer on some of these products that are coming out and not go to eBay or Amazon, for the first go around, it's probably cheaper that way. And then, as it goes out for a little bit, going to eBay or something, you might get it a little bit cheaper. But I just wanted to crack this one open while I was, showing you guys. Let me flip this over. That's what it looks like in there. Bring it out, la la. There it goes. All right. Like the packaging, which is very similar to the last one. No big. I think really the only thing that they've made any huge differences on here is just the tip on the end, to be quite honest, so that it works more like with the Afterlife movie. And I'm going to be honest, like I said, I'm a big-time Ghostbusters guy. But I'm a big-time Ghostbusters guy, not necessarily for the Ghostbusters side of it, but for the same reason that I started with Star Trek. It's the techie aspect of it. When you start digging into some of these better quality things like this, with the buttons and switches and lights and everything, that stuff really gets RB Toy Box's attention, just like with my laser pistol and a lot of the phasers and other things that I've got. Buttons and switches, I like buttons and switches. Nice little cover piece there. By the way, when you're opening these babies up, make sure you're holding on to the boxes. Don't rip them open. Obviously, they hold their value a little better when you've got the boxes and you go to trade these or sell them. You wanna hold on to the boxes. So we'll crack this open here and spin this around for you. And look down inside. All right, let's take it out and do a little bit of a review. Give me a second, I'll pull this right out and we'll take a closer look at it. All right, now that we got it out of the box, which comes with a redonkulous amount of cardboard pieces holding stuff together, just, you know, on the back like that, no biggie. And again, try to cut those open instead of ripping them open, just so you can put it back together and it looks like brand new. So this is what we're looking at, and I'm going to pull my other one over here in just a minute so you can do a side-by-side look at it. But you've got the switch packs here on the back. Very nice weathering detail on it. Again, very similar to the first Spengler wand. And we're going to open it. It also comes with, you know, the different instructions. A little Hasbro stuff. It comes with a stand. The stand's a little different color from the other one. This is like a brownish colored. The other one's more of a grayish charcoal colored. So a little difference in it, and then it's got all of the pieces here. One of the things that this one comes with that the other kit does not, which is really cool, by the way, because I've seen these people online that have this adapter, but you can't get anybody to tell you where to get it. This little guy right there is one of the reasons why I got this. You could probably pick something like this up at Lowe's or whatever, but what this does is it goes in the back where the battery compartment is. Get that off here. Oh, they screwed this one in. The other one just screws that out. Good thing I got a screwdriver. Learn something. There we go. Get that off here. So that slide out. No, it looks like it still screws out. I'll take the screw all the way out then. Well, it acts like it wants to come out. Everybody still watching? Alright, so got it out. Now it's screwing out. That's a good thing. Alright, so what this does is it screws in here and then gives you a place where, when you tighten that up right there, you can hook the hose that goes from here to your Proton pack in the back. Now, for those who are using the Spirit Halloween, this is a little bigger than the Spirit Halloween one. So, what you can do is take this up to your local Lowe's and find an adapter that works for hoses, and then get one that screws in one side with a smaller adapter on the other, and then, you know, don't worry about that little piece right there and just screw it in. Or if you've got the older Spengler one, it won't really much matter. But that's what that is for, and that is a very cool thing that they've added to that. Alright, let's slide the battery out. Now, I want to take a minute and talk about this guy right here. One of the things that I have talked about here on RB's Toy Box is the battery issue. When you have vintage toys like me and you want to have them, I have little setup stations on my shelves where I keep batteries in storage. And just like you do with your smoke detector, every year throw those things away when, you know, fast forward time goes back and forth an hour, daylight savings time, and then swap those batteries out if necessary, if there's any signs of leakage or corrosion. And the reason for that is because when they sit inside these, you know, battery operated toys we've got around here, they corrode. Now, the one that I got before with my Spengler wand was corroded, and I was able to get this out using the old white vinegar treatment and got this good and cleaned up. But one of the things that you find out is inside of there is two springs that go into this piece right here. Okay, now the issue with that is you can get this cleaned up very easy, but there's no direct easy way to get in here. I took the Spengler wand apart like you're supposed to by screwing those little pieces out, pull the board out, pulled everything out, and you can't get to where that board is very easily. So let me give you guys a heads up here from RB's Toy Box. If you get one of these, take the batteries out even if it's for display. It's, you know, these are all pulled out. Just pull this entire thing out, set it aside. Do not leave it in the machine, because if it should happen to get corrosion up inside this tunnel, I'm not going to say it's impossible to repair, but you're probably going to destroy the unit getting to that spot, which is literally stuck right there. So it's not accessible from the inside, it's not accessible through the tube, it's not accessible through the bottom. They put it in a really bad spot. It would have been better for them to run 2 wires that connected to this instead of having it through the spring-loaded thing inside, or to have this to be longer or deeper down inside to where the actual other points were in here. Of course, they're not thinking about that. That's why I'm letting you guys know the problems that I had with my other one that had corrosion up inside it. And while I'm letting you know, this is easy to fix. Inside of here is not. I had to do some little tap dancing to get it to work and make it back to where it was up and running. So let's put some batteries in this, and then we'll go through the fire up procedure. And if you haven't played with one of these yet, and you're still watching my video here after 6 or 7 minutes, you're gonna love what you see right next. All right, now, if you're running into trying to spend a small fortune at Walmart on batteries, there are a couple of resources. Amazon is one of those places that you can buy like 100 pack of AAAs, AA's, 9-volt C batteries, D batteries. You guys ever wonder what happened to B batteries? But these are, you know, very affordable when you buy them in bulk like this, and then, you know, put them up in a shelf. Make sure you keep them wrapped in cardboard. But this makes it very, very easy to get all the batteries that you need, and affordable still to be able to swap them out. So I buy these kind of batteries from Amazon. These are actually the Amazon Basics brand, and there's about 3 other ones like Rayovac that are about the same price, but honestly they all work about the same and last just about as long. All right, let's get into this guy right here. Now, we start out over here. Isn't that great sounding? A light coming up. One more. Little flashing light up top. And this is also vibrating in my hand. That is by design. Put this baby around. There is a green lever right here. Pokes that guy out right there, and then the activation button is right here, and then this button here is what changes it to the different colors slash different, you know, shooting ghost type thing. All right, up here at the top, listen very carefully. I'm going to turn the speaker over here next to this. Vibration intensity also changes when I do that, and this goes up a little higher when you do that as well. Let's hit this baby real quick. Ready? Now, I'm going to turn off my little light right here so you can see it real good. It lights up really, really nicely. Now let's change it. Green, listen to it. Feels like it's bubbling and filling up. And you also see back here, and of course it's vibrating at the same time. Change over to the blue. And then yellow, red. This is one of my favorite ones. All right, now we can push this back inside. And then we go back through the same sequence for the shutdown. Isn't that awesome? This is one of the things, by the way, that gets collectors like me who make this statement several times. I'm willing to pay a little bit more to get that movie authenticity. You know, with my laser blast, my laser pistol from Battlestar Galactica, same thing, right? I was willing to pay more to get more of the movie accurate sound effects and lighting. Same thing with Star Trek, you know, when you have people who take the extra time on the tricorders and phasers or whatever it is, you know, anything that has movie related stuff to it, the better it is, the more accurate it is, the more money we will spend rather than the cheap knockoff looking stuff, right? Which, you know, there are. Let me show you here. I'm going to bring over real quick two other things for you to take a look. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. So this is an example of what I'm talking about here. This is the Spirit Halloween Proton pack, which they've made some changes for late 2022 into 2023. But if you look at this in comparison to this, you know, it's really dinky. This one they didn't do too bad on. You know, when you compare it to the other ones, there's a handful of things that, you know, you're going to want to upgrade. You know, the wiring loom right here, the painting and how it's laid out, different colors to the tubes, the little piece that comes down off of here that's made out of brass, and the lighting effects. But I mean, overall, this isn't bad for an imitation Ghostbusters. I even think it's licensed. Then when you look at this here with the on and off, I have the battery pack turned on. Let me turn the battery pack on, which is just stuck in the back here. This is one of the things that I mentioned. I'm going to be making a lot of rbstoybox personal upgrades, and if you've seen my wheelchair, you know I like to do things like that and really tinker with some stuff. Now the speaker's down here, and you can hear, all you got to do is hit it once. It's not like this one where you just hold on to the button. It's either on or it's off, right? But the speaker's down here, and it does, like I said, it's okay, especially for, you know, in the middle of the night, Halloween costume type thing. Got a little flashing light over here on the side. Got the blue piece flashing right here, and then the lights down below. But for 85 bucks, that's not bad. I'm just going to be honest, especially when, you know, the alternatives are out there. If someone goes through and they clean these things up and they hook up one of these to this, and then they go through and they're going for $500 or $600 just for, you know, starting out with an $80 pack, which, by the way, if you go on eBay and try to buy one of these, they're about 140 bucks. If you go on Spirit Halloween, they're only 80, and then you could use a 15% coupon for first-time buyers type thing and get another 15% off of it, and then they also offer free shipping over a certain amount. So not bad to go through Spirit Halloween. They also upgraded the harness here. Instead of buying the metal military-looking ones like they used for the other kit, they actually did a better job of coming up with some padding here. And then I've already removed the back because I'm already starting to put different things into it. So, but that's the Spirit Halloween one that, again, you can hook this hose up to that piece right there. So I'll be having additional videos in the future dealing with this. Now, well, the last thing in this video that we want to take a quick look at is just a quick comparison between the old Spengler wand and the new Spengler wand, and I think you'll find that there's not much difference to that. Hold on, let me get the other one. Hold on. All right, side by side comparison. Let me tilt this down just a little bit. I think you'll find them to be practically identical. Just at first glance, not seeing anything at all that looks any different. The plastic pieces, the angles, the only thing different is this orange tip right here, and the back piece here where it has the screw that holds it in, versus this one does not have that. It just screws out like this. There's no extra piece in the screw like we saw earlier. The wrapping's the same. There's a little bit of different coloring right here, but not much. I mean, it's very, very similar. Same stickers on the top, same writing right here. The wood looks identical. I mean, everything else on it is absolutely the same. I don't see anything anywhere that looks any different whatsoever. So all the way down to the sides and everything. So if you're wondering, you know, which one to get, whether it's the old Spengler or the new, well, let's be honest, it's going to come down to price. Because if you can get one of the older Spengler wands affordably, you know, for under, I think this one was retailing for $130. And that's directly through Hasbro right now. And on eBay, obviously, they're going much more than that. Amazon doesn't offer them at this time. The older version Spengler wands are anywhere between 160 and up at the time of this video. So, again, which one are you going to get? It's like, oh, I got to get the only difference is this little orange tip on the end of it. That's it. There's really no other significant differences on these. Now, obviously, we talked about this being a little bit of a different coloration. But, I mean, just when I look at them side by side now, I take that back. I mean, it doesn't really look all that different. It looked like it was a darker black and this was a brown, but, you know, you look at that here in the light, and I'm not really seeing really any difference with that either. So literally then, it's just the tip and just a little bit of extra coloring right here where looks like they brushed a little bit more. That's it. So it really does come down to price. But if you're making a determination of, do you want to add one of these to your collection, even if you're not a big Ghostbusters fan, for me, again, it's the technology. It's getting something that is this cool, that's got the different effects. It's got the switch with the sound effects and stuff. I mean, it just is a really nice showcase piece to add to anybody's collection. It's just so cool. Oh, this is good, this one. Yeah, there we go. I'll spin this one around so you can see it on the other side. Even the fill effects in the middle. Anyway. Thanks for watching RB's Toy Box. I hope you like this unboxing video. Like I said, I don't do a ton of these. But in the meantime, make sure you click that like and subscribe. We're over 360 followers now. That is absolutely fantastic. Honestly, I didn't think I'd make it this far. But we're looking for that 1,000. So make sure you invite your friends to follow some of the things that I've got going on here at RB's Toy Box. We got several more toy reviews coming out. We've got the ZK235 that we're going to be doing here pretty soon. A toy pistol from 1982. I had one of these exact thing when I was a kid, and I found this down in Fort Myers at a like a thrift vendor's place. Matter of fact, shout out to Junk in the Trunk Vintage Market. This is where I was able to find this and several other cool items that I picked up, like these floppy disks. Just so many cool things that you can find at thrift stores. These little Muppet Legos. It's just all kinds of cool little things like that. But anyway, make sure you follow RB's Toy Box there. Remember to check me out on social media as well, Facebook and Instagram. I'm on both of those babies, and I've got a lot of little bitty videos that I do in between. We call it the shelf shenanigans and some other things where, you know, we showcase and highlight different things without these larger videos, kind of little snippets. So make sure you friend me on Facebook and Instagram as well. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next toy review or adventure that we've got coming up with RB's Toy Box. We'll see you soon.